Cardarine is an extremely underrated compound with many benefits that I almost never see implemented in stacks. GW501516, aka Cardarine, was originally developed by Ligand Pharmaceuticals in the 1990s for dyslipidemia, as well as cardiovascular/metabolic disorders. Cardarine is a highly selective peroxisome proliferator activated receptor delta agonist. Cardarine's activation of this receptor recruits coactivators like PGC1-alpha and upregulates genes for mitochondrial fatty acid beta oxidation, fatty acid transport, and lipid handling in muscle and liver. Unlike most research compounds, we have some solid human data for Cardarine. We'll be reviewing this randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial, which used 3 different dosages of Cardarine. In the 5 to 10 mg groups, which were the maximum dosages used, Cardarine demonstrated a consistent increase of HDL-C by 11 to 17%, a reduction of LDL-C by 5 to 7%, a reduction of triglycerides by 9 to 16%, a reduction of ApoB by up to 15%, and a reduction of free fatty acids by 19 to 22% at all dosages. It also showed a small improvement in insulin at 2.5 and 5 mg. So in short, Cardarine demonstrated a clear efficacy in improving lipid profile. But by far the most interesting thing this study showed was increased fatty acid oxidation, which translates to better cardiovascular endurance and fat loss. A lot of people are scared of this compound because of its potential carcinogenic effects, but this has incredibly weak evidence even in rats, and zero evidence in humans. First of all, the study suggesting Cardarine had potential carcinogenic effects was done in a species of rats extremely prone to developing cancer, in a high dosage for 2 years, which is about 75% of their entire life expectancy. This would be the equivalent to a human taking 40 to 50 milligrams of Cardarine for 60 years, while also being extremely prone to developing cancer. In fact, there is evidence on the contrary. This study went into how agonism of PPAR beta receptors with Cardarine affects growth and tumorigenicity of human nasopharyngeal carcinoma cells in vitro and in xenograft mice. The key findings were that Cardarine inhibited cell proliferation and colony formation, caused G2/M cell cycle arrest, and induced apoptosis in C666-1 cells, showing Cardarine might actually slow and kill nasopharyngeal tumors. Keep in mind though, this is not me suggesting Cardarine is anti-cancer. It's just an example of conflicting evidence, to highlight how weak the claims of this drug causing cancer are. Taking all my research into account, Cardarine is a great compound for increasing endurance, fat loss, and improving lipids. And again, as previously mentioned, I'd say it's extremely unlikely for Cardarine causing cancer in humans, and you shouldn't be worried about it. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, please leave a like. I don't use ChatGPT to make these videos, so it takes hours to research, write my own script, and edit.